Hello everyone, this is T-Bird Bricks for another video. I'm excited to kick off my latest Moc series. This is Spider-Man versus the Sinister Six, Terror at Times Square. This is going to be a really massive build, and for this massive build, I made a new massive table. This is 6 foot wide, and yeah, I'm going to need this to handle, the mass of how big this set's going to be. It's going to be very tall, very wide, really deep. You can kind of see a picture right here on my laptop. This is basically a conceptual view of, part of what I'm drawing. Not all the buildings are included in. And I'm going to have a bottom too with a subway and everything like that. Basically, my story is Spider-Man and his amazing friends are going to be fighting the Sinister Six at Times Square. Now, before I get building, I also wanted to get into the heroes and the villains of this build. So first off, for the heroes, we have, of course, the amazing Spider-Man, Peter Parker, the man himself, the man, the myth, and the legend. Then we also have Miles Morales. He's pretty cool too, as well as Spider-Gwen or Spider-Woman, whatever they're calling her nowadays. And then I also wanted to include Spider-Ham, more so for comic relief, as well as that really cool Spider-Mech from the first Spider-Verse movie. I'm going to do a brick-built version of that, see what I can do there. And then also I'm going to include Spider-Punk. I already have a custom-built version of him. There's no official minifigure, so I made a custom one. And then I might potentially do Spider-Man Noir. We'll see. He's a little expensive on Bricklink, but we'll see what I can get done. Now let's go ahead and move on to the villains. So for the villains, like I said before, it's going to be the Sinister Six lineup. I always loved the Sinister Six in the comic books. Just that classic villain lineup of Spider-Man's greatest foes conspiring to destroy him and everything he loves. I just really love that classic hero's tale. So for this lineup in particular, I'm having the leader be the Green Goblin. He's going to take on Spider-Man. I'm also going to have Kraven, the Lizard, the Jamie Foxx version of Electro, because that's already a figure that I have. I'm also going to be doing Venom. He's going to create havoc in the subway. And then I'm going to have a giant brick-built Sandman. Somewhat similar to what the set already did, but I have my own ideas, of course. And I'm going to have a really fun time destroying the streets. And he'll kind of be like Molten Man from the movies where he has girders and whatnot coming out of him. Going to be a really fun time. So that basically sets up the premise for what it is I'm trying to build here. And again, this is going to be a really massive build. It's going to be 6 foot by about 2 to 3 feet. It's just going to be a really massive build. So let's just dive on in. Let's stop talking and let's start building. Okay, so here is the beginning of everything I've done so far. I know there's a lot of havoc on the table here. I definitely have to clean this up before I get part 2 underway for the next episode, but let's go ahead and have a look at what it is I've done so far. So first things first, I think the majority of what I've gotten done is right here, Duffy Square. So for those who don't know, there's this thing called Duffy Square at Times Square with the red steps and this really nice statue that I made out of plates and bricks. I'm missing the torso and the head for the statue itself, but named after this, I think, priest who fought in World War I. Really cool. So I'm basically trying to be as accurate to Times Square as I can, while also weaving in general Marvel excitement. So then we also have the double door black skyscraper that'll be going up. I have some billboards I'm already working on. I'm basically going to have these built into the sides of the building and then lights pointed directly out to have these shine like a genuine billboard. Really cool. Next, have some Mills Roads here. I'll get to this in a second. But we have the construction site, basically a tear-down building that they're working on, and Sandman is drawing all his sand from this construction site. So these guys are having a really bad day right there. Geez. Busting out through the gates. I already have lights going, little barriers coming out into the street and making a giant hand, causing the street to curl up. Really cool, really massive. Basically using a lot of 1x rounds to make the street curve like that. She's really scared. She's really angry. Moving along. And actually, this is all I have done so far. You can see I have some lights going in. You guys know I love putting lights in my build, so definitely going to have this shine bright like a diamond. So anyway, this is part 1. Part 2, obviously, we're going to continue going that way. I also have the beginning of a tour bus coming together, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Let me know what you guys think of this build. What do you like? What do you hate? Be sure to let me know. Like, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.